am back to picking up the brushes and applying a full face of makeup. I've been out the game for a little while. So if you are interested in how I achieve this look, then keep watching. Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a demo. You don't really know you. Welcome back to another video. So we got some things to catch up on. We got to do our makeup. We just got to talk and let's get some things off our chest, okay? So we need a little girl session right now. First starters, your girl is applying a full face of makeup and it's not for me. Yeah, I mean exactly what I just said. Me putting on a full face of makeup is not for me. It is for my clients that I am building myself up to take again. Yes, you heard me right. SPO Beauty is coming back. Just be patient with your girl. You know how they say if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, that is so true. Y'all, when I tell y'all I rarely wear a full face of makeup, I am doing this for my girls so that I don't have y'all out here in the world looking like this. Cause we ain't going out like that. I'm going in with two different primers. Now, let me explain this for my newbies. If you get it, you get it and you got it. But let me explain it for my newbies. The reason I use two different primers, the first primer is a hydrating primer. I get very dry, like on my cheekbones. Almost my entire face gets really dry except for my T-zone. Your T-zone area will be like your nose and like that front part of my forehead where I have that primer sitting. And my oil builds up super bad right there around my nose and right there on my forehead. And that is what I consider a normal skin type. The reason I say it's a normal skin type, you might be like, girl, if a dry face is not normal. I say it's a normal skin type because that is the most common that I see with people, which is a oily T-zone and typically a dry skin type. That might not be you. So you buy what product fit your face. So if you know your entire face is oily and you need to block pretty often, then please don't get a hydrating primer. More of a mattifying primer would be better. I want to bring it to y'all attention. Look at how much of each primer that I'm using. Don't forget that less is more. So a dime size is all you need. Now let's move on to the brows. Okay, like I told y'all, we need to get some things off our chest. For the sake of my anxiety, we skip the brows on this video. Listen, I'm over the whole drawn in brows phase. I do get it that some people have sparse hairs on their brow area, and by all means, continue to draw in your brows. But the box in the black pencils is the 80s is over. We're tired of it, okay? With that being said, I'm going in with my e.l.f. brow lift to give my brows that lamination look. Lammy is in right now, y'all. If y'all have not gotten into Lammy, just go Google some videos. Look at how beautiful the brows are. I don't shave them, I don't thread them, none of that. We don't do any of that anymore. We let our brows do their thing, and this is the only product I use. I'm not here to change y'all mind about anything. I'm just letting y'all know how I personally feel. And y'all know what they say. An opinion is like a what? Okay, so it really doesn't matter how I feel. If my clients say, girl, I want some nice, thick, full brows, then that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. And I'm just gonna shape them and make them as beautiful as possible for my client. But I do want to kind of talk about like, let's talk about the different brows that's out here in the world. From microblading, the ombre shading, you got the lammy, there is so many different type of brows out here, so it's whatever fits you and whatever works for you. Now I'm applying some translucent air spun face powder to set my brows because I don't want that brow lift to move out of place. If you don't set it, then your brows will shift and they will move. After setting the brows, I am getting ready to contour. So I'm using the last little bit of this infallible makeup stick. It's actually foundation. It took me a while until I got my contouring skills together. They are a little bit rusty, but they are way better than what I used to do before. I'm very, very sloppy with this process right now. You see, I'm just kind of throwing it on my cheekbones, not really being neat about it. But I don't really think that is the major part. The major part is when you're blending. Make sure you don't over blend, especially when it comes to the cheeks. You don't want to pull that contour too far down. So at the height that I have it right now, I'm going to blend it up. So then when I put my blush on, if it is blended too far up, I still have concealer to put on and I still have blush to put on to even that back out. For my girls with double chins, that's where this part comes in, contouring right there above your neck, and I'm going to pull that contour down onto my neck. And lastly, the point of contouring your nose is to make your nose look skinnier. We're not quite done sculpting the face, so now we're going in with two different concealers. I like to use the P. Louise, which was the bottom concealer, to sculpt my brows and also on top of my eyelids. Then I'm going in with the Too Faced concealer to use underneath my eyes, the top of my lip, my chin, and on my forehead. I allow my concealer to dry down about 50 to 60% before I apply a second coat. Sometimes the second coat is closer to my skin tone, but y'all will catch that during this blending process. Before I blend, I do like to set my face first. So I'm using this e.l.f. setting spray, and that's just so that there's no shifting with my makeup. That's why you have setting spray at the end, but I like to use it in between as I blend out. So I'm just gonna play a little music as I blend my makeup. I wanted y'all to see like the exact timing it takes to blend. This is the most important part, so I don't want y'all to miss this. Now here I am going in with that second shade of concealer that's closer to my skin tone. If you notice, I'm putting it in those same areas. And when I blend, I always go from light to dark. So I'm taking that dark contour and I'm pulling it down. This is where you are doing your shaping. So if I had any problem with my highlighted area, this is where I'm going to bring my contour in a little bit more. Meaning if I over highlighted my forehead, then I'm going to bring my contour down and inward. If I spread my highlight too much under my eye, this is why I'm going to bring the contour in a little bit. So I hope that's making sense as far as how you're shaping your face. And then when it comes to the cheeks, if I did pull the contour down too much, I still have that area where I have no makeup. You see that? So right there, I can put a little foundation, but instead I'm taking that concealer that's closer to my skin tone and I'm putting it there. So if you notice, I am not putting any foundation on my face. Now, if I was to wear foundation, then I would do that before I did any highlight and any contour. I would put on my foundation first. And now we're going to jump into the setting phase. I'm taking a yellow shade of setting powder to set all the highlight areas. And then I'm going to use a darker shade to do my contour areas. I'm applying my favorite blush of all time, which is the Rare Beauty. Now, I used to be a powdered blush type of girl, but once I was introduced to this liquid blush, it changed the game for me. Changed the game. Then I will go back and set this with a dry blush palette. I used my brush to alternate between these two colors. And be sure to do light strokes. You don't want to be too heavy with this, or then that's where you have those deep tones on your cheeks. Lastly, I'm taking this pressed powder to just blend everything together. Finishing off with a little 1-2 lip combo. I am very much still a lip pencil girl. I have not transitioned over to using like two different shades of matte lipstick or nothing like that. I'm still a lip pencil girl. I still like to line my lips. And then I'm going to apply some concealer in the center, blend that out using my fingers or a brush or both. I like to make sure my lips are super dry during this process. I don't want any of my products sliding around. Then I'm going to go back in with my lip pencil just to make sure that liner is still very much so popping. Once we got that lip liner going again, then I apply a mattifying lipstick in the center right there on top of my concealer. Blended that out really well, and then we're going in with a cute gloss. I love a pink shade of a gloss, but clear will work just as well. And then the last step of it all, I'm gonna set with my setting spray. Now, I just bought this setting spray. It's by Morphe. It has SPF 30 in it, which is what I love about it. And that's pretty much all I love about it because I hate the smell. I hate the smell of SPF in general. And here we are with the final look. What y'all think? I thought I was so cute. The blush is just not too much. I thought that was really cute about this look. It was very settled, very simple, and it's given natural skin tone. It's given natural. I also want to make sure that I give y'all an outside view because sometimes your makeup can look different when you go outside. I used to be the girl to spray her setting spray and let it do its thing, but now I spray my setting spray and I blend one last time with a brush, and that's just to ensure that everything is in place, everything blends well. Like this look was so beautiful. Okay, look, we're settled, we look good, and we feeling ourselves. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. Drop down below and let me know what was your favorite part about this video and any recommendations that you have for future videos. Until next time, peace, love, and blessings. I just keep it real, high volume. Am I really that much?